Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. There were many patches that came out that changed the game, fixed the game, improved the game. Apparently there's a free bonus content, expansion is coming out tomorrow, so I thought it's time for a new fresh playthrough. So let's begin.
The all-consuming Red Death. 600 years ago, King Arthur led the Great Escape from the homelands, where our kingdoms were ravaged by the plague. Leading people to Avalon, he started the Age of Conquest and took the island from the Four-Dwellers. Using the mysterious powers of Menhirs, together with Merlin, they cleansed the land of the weirdness, a primordial force of chaos and possibility. But now, long after the death of the king, Camelot is in shambles as Avalon fractures into chaos. Old legends are gone, and the weirdness is creeping back into our lands. The bleeding heart of the plague has started beating once more, and the Red Death has returned. Rulers of the island asylum, an order of the Red Priests, are desperate to stop it by any means necessary. Rotting in one of their cells is a stranger who might bring a spark of change to this cursed island stuck in everlasting autumn.
Okay. I don't think I'm gonna spend any time here. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah. This hairstyle. Do I go white again? I guess I will. Some face paint. Veteran, no survival. Go. Yes.
Rise and shine, rise and shine. Yes, it's me again. And I hope this time you'll cooperate without me needing to repeatedly hit you in the face, eh? Look, we just have to get this over and done with. Unless you want a visit from someone upstairs. And trust me, you don't. Just like before, no food until we're done here. And the moment you start getting on my nerves, we're going back to my tried and tested fists. So, tell me, what were you doing in the forest when the Red Shields caught you?
I was seeking an ancient site of worship.
Yeah, you look like one of those half-starved druids who survived the Charred Conclave. We've picked almost all of you up from the forest by now, so there aren't many of you crooks left out there. So, you're a tree hugger then?
I am. but I would rather burn it down.
Big talk, as always. Yeah, I've never seen you people do anything but fireworks and illusions. Not much use during a real fight, as is evident from you being in here rather than out there. Okay, that was easier than I expected. Now, unfortunately, we'll have to stop. I've always found it puzzling that these people won't bathe. You, I understand. You're literally rotting in this damned cell, but them? There's just no excuse for the stench. There they are. Finally. I know. You've a million questions. But they'll have to wait. One of these keys will open your cell. When you get out, head left. I'll scout ahead.
Give me everything you have. Okay. That's it. Health potion. I barely see that. 7 commandments. Beggar's Fare. Restores 48 health over time. Menhir's Figure. 5 max health permanently increased. Guard's Key, coin. I won't take anything else. Arrow. Moonshine. Food. Now this is the best part of the game. Beautiful Liliana and the Chamber of Ecstasy. Sir Osbert pushed down his pants and took out the weapon a man uses to lay love siege. He aimed his enormous battering ram at the opening of her gates and began the attack. Take all the food. Lockpick and food. Cooking for Resistant Part 1. Recipe. Craft many. Craft many. Now that I have some food, I can put it here. What does it say about me? Age unknown, male, King's Road, Red Death Stage 2. Tap block right before enemy's attack to execute parry. Treatment records. Ramblings of Weary Mind. Not written in blood. Soon I'll be free.
Investigate this out. My resolve is unshaken.
Execute. Nice. You can execute enemies when you deplete their stamina.
Drip, drip, drip. Do you hear it? Soon the king will return. I told the priests. They laughed, but they'll soon see for themselves. Drip, drip, drip. The storm is gathering.
What are you on about?
At last, the age of resurrections shall end, and then the once and future king will return. I cannot wait to behold his radiance, drip after drip. With each drop, it gets closer and closer.
You're free, go.
None of us are free. We are all bound. All bound. And to go? No. I don't want to. I found my place to await the king. You can go if you want, but you won't get far. We are all bound. All bound. Trip after trip. Closer and closer.
Do you see what a miracle I am? Healed. Healed. I am no longer sick.
What happened to you?
The depths, filled with the weirdness. Oh, and a chamber. It was rather dreadful, I must admit. They left me here for some time. I can't quite remember. I felt everything within me turn inside out, then settle back into place once more. I thought I was dying, but now all is well. The worst is behind me.
Can I help you?
You don't need to help me. The Red Priests already did. They cured me. Thanks to them, I feel just fine now. I hope the same fate awaits you and you'll no longer suffer. Have a nice day, kind sir.
Thank you. You too. Wine. Villager shirt. Shield. Honey. All ingredients for cooking. Old letter. That starts a quest. Oh, I didn't show. I think it was here. This. Look at zombies. They already turned into rib cages. Autopsy. Notes on weirdness mutations. Drowner tongue. Father Vogan's notes about Katrin. Cause of death, childbirth. This is also part of a quest. There she is. With a child. Heart, maybe hers. New recipe unlocked. Health and mana potions.
Stay alert. Sacrifice to the prophet! Sacrifice to the prophet! We'll send you into the abyss! The prophet wants you dead. Your death is certain! Your sins will be punished! Sacrifice to the prophet!
Mana. Blood transfusion, a new spell. A suction spell.
Who's there? Forgive me, but my eyes fail me these days. You shouldn't be here. I'm very, very sick.
Who are you?
I am Brother Sirius. Your question suggests that you are not one of the Red Priests. Did you escape your cell? You really should have stayed there. We can't let the plague spread any further. Although, I understand.
You understand what?
All of it. The patience. The madness around. Somewhere along the way, we lost ourselves. The mission to find a cure became a burden. I can't tell who you are, but I'm so sorry for all that we've done.
It's a shame, but when you're fighting a losing battle, sometimes there's just no other way.
Why are you locked up?
When I discovered that I'd fallen ill, I asked to be placed in a cell. I sought to understand the experiments from the patient's perspective. To learn which stimuli provoke the strongest reactions. And I also wanted to equip my brothers with new tools for their work.
You don't look well. It looks like your illness has progressed quite far.
4th stage, if I'm not mistaken. We've identified 6, so I'm not far from my end. The 1st stage is the most treacherous, when the symptoms are almost invisible. But that's when the disease spreads fastest. It was the same with me. From the 2nd to 4th stages, the symptoms become visible. Fever, tooth loss, painful sores, festering wounds that won't heal. The last 2 stages are visceral, the worst possible. The victim's insides burn up, turning to mush. The brain starts to die, and the body becomes a mindless shell. That's what's ahead of me.
Do the Red Priests really cure the Red Death?
We've had some success treating it up to the 4th stage. But it's still a gamble. Sometimes we manage to push the disease from stage 3 back to stage 1, only to see it jump to stage 5 as soon as treatment stops. We believe that with the weirdness, we could eliminate this randomness.
How would the weirdness cure the Red Death?
The weirdness, my child, is pure potential. That's the theory. In practice, we tried to direct its power where we needed it most. The effects, shall we say, varied. May the Prophet's word be a safe haven for you.
God be with you. Before I go that way, I want to get this dialogue, because it's missable.
Sage and alcohol. It's the simplest recipe. I can't believe I have to keep repeating myself.
You know how the young ones are. They dream of dissecting fort dwellers, yet they can't remember the basics.
Before you build a castle, you must first know how to fling a shed together.
I agree. The fundamentals are essential. But the world is moving forward, and the young are eager to make their mark as quickly as possible.
Any novice who can't remember the recipe for a basic healing potion has no business near our patients.
Absolutely. It wouldn't be wise or beneficial to our patients. Brewing a simple healing potion doesn't require advanced training.
That would also give you a recipe to make a potion, if you don't read this. Unless they changed it with later patches.
Reveal yourself!
Donk.
Your fate is sealed!
Oh yeah, suction.
Sacrifice to the Prophet! Purge the unclean!
We cool? I guess we cool. Alchemy station. I could make 2 health potions. History of Island Asylum. It is time, my brothers. Now I can dual wield this spell. Amazing.
You're not one of them. Please, free me.
I'll get you out of these chains.
That's not the kind of freedom I'm asking for. There's no saving me now. Even if I could escape, I'd only be putting others at risk. You have to kill me. And when it's done, please, take my tags to the Horns of the South. Let Fergus know I didn't run.
Who's Fargus?
He's the quartermaster of the Horns of the South. It's a keep. If you make it out, you should be able to see its lighthouses from the beach.
I understand. Close your eyes.
Thank you. May the All-Mother bless you.
Do you wanna die by burning, by being bonked, or by being sucked? Got his tag. It's for a quest.
I've already told you everything, I swear. Wait, you're not... You're a prisoner. Go, escape while you still can.
Everything? I'm listening. You can escape. The way is clear.
No, I won't make it. Besides, they threw me into a cell that once held a patient in the final stages of the disease. I'm probably sick already. Go. Don't worry about me. I'm not worth it. Run. You've still got a chance.
Origin Potion. Resets your skill points and stat points.
And who the hell are you? Another one of those red dogs? Say a prayer to your goddess and get ready to die, scum!
Wait, I'm not Red Priest. I'm a prisoner, like you.
Then why are ye dressed in their bloody rags? Well, I see ye bear the marks of torture too. Maybe the priest messed with your mind, because one more moment and ye'd be dead.
What were they doing to you?
Nothing good. They thought they'd break me fast like some Camelotian wimp. Big mistake on their part. Besides, I doubt they were waking you up with a kiss on your forehead either.
What's your name?
Conher, from the Dalriata pup, if you hadn't already guessed that much.
Can you tell me about tribes?
Really? Now's a good time for a chat. You think the red pricks will just wait around while we gab? If you make it to the Forlorn Swords, you'll meet the tribes. Right now, you'd better focus on getting your arse out of here.
How did they manage to catch you?
With great bloody difficulty, that's how. Those bastards laid a trap, hoping I'd be easy pickings. They ended up needing damn near a full army to take me down.
You don't look like someone who falls into traps that easily.
There was mead. There were women. One thing led to another, and I woke up with my pants around my ankles, surrounded by gobshites in red. I was fighting with me bare arse hanging out, and I still managed to kill a dozen of them. Useless knobs. Someone must have put something in the mead.
Have you seen a hooded man with a bow? He helped me escape.
I don't know. Barely saw anything, because I was either knocked out or had blood in my eyes. You're lucky to have someone risking their own arse to help you out. No time for a chinwag, just get the hell out of here.
Are you trying to escape, my child? That's very brave of you, I must say.
We should escape together.
Escape? Me? But this is exactly where I should be. I appreciate your offer, but I believe fate has brought me here for a reason. That's why I'll stay and see what happens.
What else can happen here besides torture?
Torture, you say? That's very interesting. I haven't experienced any torture here. I know that whatever ails me, the Red Priests will do everything they can to heal me.
You will die if you don't escape.
I doubt that. You'll soon see that things aren't always what they seem at first glance. This way of thinking has never failed me. Safe travels, my child. May fate be on your side.
A lesser health ring. Max health by 5. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hear me.
You can go now.
Can go now. Now. Now.
What have you done to yourself?
You're not a priest. Get out of here. Go away before they see you with me.
I want to help you.
Help? There's nothing wrong with me anymore. The priests cured me, you see. I just need a few days to recover, and then I'll be able to go home.
My bad?
See? I don't need your help. Go! I don't want your help.
These gentlemen are now dead here because I went and talked to Conquer first. Otherwise, if you get in this room first, you have to fight them. Having Conquer killing them, if you talk to him first, when he leaves his cell, is actually pretty cool little detail. Also, Conquer is now... all the way back at the start. But he doesn't want to talk.
Stay back. I may not be in top shape, but I can tear you to pieces if I have to.
Here, this should speed up your healing.
It should, although I admit that the past few weeks have made me hate the taste. Still, thank you. There isn't much kindness going around this place. It wouldn't be very gracious of me not to repay it, would it? Take this. It might prove useful for you.
I'm not with the priests.
So, you escaped too? Huh. They're having quite a day. Good. I hope it gets even worse. This whole place is mad. From a safe distance this time.
How did you get caught?
Same as you, I guess. Wrong time, wrong place. I was wandering through Kunakt and got caught in an outbreak. I was kept with the rest at first, but when they figured out I was a Pict, well, then I deserved special treatment. One of the priests took me to a place so thick with weirdness, it scared me. I needed to get away, otherwise, I don't know what would have happened. I just know whatever it wasn't for me.
Devour them? Why do you say that?
They play with powers they don't understand. Trying to wrangle the weirdness into obedience is a fool's dream. The weirdness might listen, but blind obedience is not in its nature.
Why do you have horns on your head?
Why indeed? Perhaps it's a test of patience. My hair tangles mercilessly around them. I even need to wear head wraps to hide them. I hate wearing head wraps.
She gave me a ring. Increases mana.
done. Well done! My wounds make me stronger.
Athlete's Pride. Increases max stamina. Thorn Helmet. Receiving melee damage returns 5 physical damage back to the attacker. Very short bow. Use random ingredients. I don't think this was in the game before, when I played. That's pretty cool. Cabbage rolls. Mashed potatoes. Onion bun. Onion bun +1. Adjust the quantities of ingredients, thereby increasing the percentage of the possible outcome. Chance for worse, chance for better. I'm not doing that. Yet. I believe this takes me back to the lady. Note of a man sinking into despair. Two-handed weapon. shovel.
You took your sweet
I did.
time, eh? But I understand. I did too, when I was leaving this place for the first time. You have to admit that the Red Priests are quite resourceful. At least when it comes to death and dying.
Who are you?
Great question, truly. But in case you hadn't noticed, we're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good
Yes,
luck.
sir.
I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
Weird plasm.
It's not here. waiting a long time for someone to find me. Are you here to help me leave this place?
What is this place?
I do not know. I think it is some kind of prison, deep in the weirdness.
Why are you here?
And you? Why are you here?
I was transported by Morbid Statue.
Are men here? That would explain the weirdness surrounding us.
What are you?
I wish I could answer. I cannot remember. I know I am not complete. I remember I once knew who I was at some point, but I do not anymore. I just am. But walk with me. Let's find out together, now that I'm free. I remember arriving on the shores of Avalon. That was the beginning of everything. But there were doubts and questions. How does it feel to leave your homeland behind? To keep moving forward, even though every step takes you into the unknown? The Four Dwellers quickly made it clear to us. If we wanted to call this place home, we'd have to fight for it, down to the last drop of blood. In the end, we won the war. Merlin stole the sacred flame of the Four Dwellers and ignited the Menhirs, driving away the mist and clearing the nights of weirdness. It was the first time we uncovered the secrets hidden within the Menhirs. Still, the land of Avalon honored our toil. It soaked up our sweat, our suffering, and our blood. In time, it rewarded us. Here in Avalon, we were given the chance to create great things. Camelot, the eternal castle, the capital of all humankind, was meant to be a symbol of that. We left the homelands to survive. The plague had consumed everything we once knew. We thought we'd escaped it, but the Red Death returned like a specter to haunt us. Once again, it began to devour our home.
His hunger, the craving for what was beyond reach.
Bind the soul to the stone.
I am the price paid for touching the unreal.
Yes, I can see through the mist, but it's still all so unclear. I've dreamt of countless deaths for such a long time. Yes, it's time to wake. I am Arthur Pendragon. I led humans to Avalon shores. I built the great halls of Camelot. Thank you for bringing me here. I believe I owe you, young one.
It's an honor, my king.
I appreciate it. But let us leave decorum and honors for times of leisure. For now, we need to make way for Avalon. I have to see my kingdom again. I trust you'll accompany me, or would you rather stay in this wretched place?
What even is this place?
I am not sure. Yet I learned to be grateful of fortunate outcomes, even if they come unexpected. It seems to be a place located between life and death. Or maybe a place that can defy death. But why was it created? By whom and when? These I'm unable to answer.
Why were you imprisoned here?
Trust me, I wish I knew. I remember death, then darkness, a terrible loneliness, ages upon ages of solitude, and these are all the details I have. Perhaps, in time, I'll remember more. But that's enough questions for now. Let us walk together and see the kingdom forged so long ago. After years of struggle, my people in Avalon finally live in peace and prosperity. I must see the legacy of the Age of Conquest with my own eyes. My Camelot in all its glory. What is happening? No! see now. I am not whole. You have only freed a part of me. I'm not strong enough. For now, I will have to journey by your side until my strength returns. I'll see the world through your eyes. In return, I'll lend you what strength I have.
It's an honor.
You are a surprising acquaintance, and it will be a pleasure to travel with someone of your disposition. And since it seems that fate has bound us together, let us make the best of it. Seeing my legacy through the eyes of another, a true picture of Avalon, not one crafted specifically for the king, may prove to be an interesting experience.
Let's make way for Avalon then.
Oh, what an adventure this will be.
I love how this looks. You unlocked your first soul fragment. From now on, you can safely enter the weirdness and interact with various machinery left behind by the four dwellers. Additionally, the power of King Arthur has healed you from Red Death. Soul Fragments grant you a measure of King Arthur's power. Activate the Soul Fragment to experience temporary effects such as increased damage or slowed time. Rest at the bonfire and select the appropriate option to recharge the King's power. Over here, there should be a page that starts a quest. Hermit's Diary. Broken broadsword. Increases max stamina by 5. Increases encumbrance limit by 25. Archer's Ring. Increases range damage by 15%. Novice Amulet spell power by 5%. Increases physical damage by 1. Keeper's Vigor. Movement speed by 20 for 60 seconds. Increases dash speed for 10 seconds. And now it's time to leave. You know, I don't think I ever tried to swim away. I'm gonna try that right now.
You chose defiance, slipping into the waves to reach the shore alone, avoiding Caradoc and whatever plans he had for you and the king. But the watchful eyes of the Red Priests found you. Their boat cut through the water and they seized you with unyielding strength. You fought, but even Arthur's power couldn't break their grip. This time, they didn't bother with a cell. They dragged you straight to the operating table, intent on tearing Arthur's essence from your weakened body. As the cold metal pressed against your skin, one thought consumed you. Was it worth it? To defy the will of fate?
Wow. That's cool.
There you are. It took you a while. I was getting worried you wouldn't make it. I even realized that I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I'm Caradoc, your savior. What kept you so long?
Loot? You sent me even though you knew what was there, didn't you?
I had my suspicions. What I didn't expect was you walking back free of the sickness. So go on. What did you find in there?
King Arthur.
You found him. I'm truly sorry it turned out to be you.
What are you on about?
Well, it seems that the Red Priests managed to succeed in at least one of their experiments. You were able to go deep into the weirdness, survive, and even bring a piece of our king's soul back with you. I don't have to explain that this isn't something that happens every day. My job is to make sure it won't ever happen again. And this means you have to die. I'm truly sorry. You'll pay for that! I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's the stronger one. I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's the stronger one. A good strike, but I won't fall so easily. Don't resist, and you might just survive. I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's the stronger one. A good strike, but I won't fall so easily. I'll test your mettle in combat. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. I'll test your mettle in combat. Prepare yourself for a true challenge. I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's the stronger one. Don't resist. You might just survive. I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's the stronger one. I don't back down from a fight. Face me, and let's see who's the stronger one. Don't resist, and you might just survive. Don't resist.
Whispers represent fragments of memory unlocked by your mysterious companion. You can discuss these with him by the campfire. So, last time, I believe I continued without killing Caradoc. This time, I want to continue by defeating him. And I'll take all that you have. Well, what a way to die, huh? I'll equip that. Requires 3 strength. Increases critical chance by 8. I think I'll equip that. Okay, before I continue this, I just want to get the dialogue when he defeats you quickly.
I'm sorry, but that had to be done. It shouldn't leave any lasting damage.
What did you just do?
I had to get rid of the parasite that infested you a moment ago. You've seen, no, you've felt what he's capable of. This power can't be unleashed on Avalon. Not again.
Start making sense, please.
You've found yourself in the middle of a mess that's been brewing for 600 years. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening.
So you just killed King Arthur?
No, but thanks to you, I finally destroyed a piece of him I couldn't have reached otherwise. And from where I stand, that's progress.
What do I have to do with all of this?
What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And yet, you've gained a unique ability to contain Arthur's powers within you. And what can be contained can be killed. That is why your assistance might be of help on my journey. My goal is to destroy King Arthur, to get rid of him, once and for all. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding, collecting, and destroying them.
And why killing Arthur is so important?
He's the reason the world as we know it is coming to an end. Every time they resurrect him, the weirdness grows stronger. Soon it will cover all of Avalon, and nobody will survive that. I've been cleaning this mess for a long time now, and I truly wish for this nightmare to end.
You realize you're asking for my help right after you attacked me.
I stand against the most powerful being Avalon has ever seen. This requires caution. What would you do were you in my place? Kindly ask your target if it wants to be killed. Please. And if you really must know, the spell I used on my sword couldn't have harmed you. I knew that, you were surprised, I got the upper hand, and now you're safe and sound. Can we leave this behind, or did I judge you incorrectly and you'd like to waste some more of our time and cry about it some more?
What's your plan?
The plan is to steal Excalibur, or at least what's hiding within that damned blade. A piece of our king is bound to it, and so it needs to be destroyed.
Is it even possible to steal such an artifact?
We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
Where is Excalibur now?
The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fortress, but if someone has this emblem, they can enter freely. Here, pin it to your clothes. If you decide to help me, you should get in without any issues. When you do, find the captain. Brendan's his name. He'll tell you the rest.
I didn't say I want to help you.
And yet I still gave you an opportunity to do so. You'll have plenty of time to think about it on the boat.
I have more questions.
Definitely. And all of them essential. But I have to leave you for a while. You should get some rest first. Judging by the waves, our journey won't be pleasant. Set up a camp and get some sleep. Then we'll sail for the Horns of the South. Ah, and here. Have some cobweb. Throw that into the fire and you'll be safe from the weirdness. Just in case I don't come back before nightfall.
From now on, whenever you'd like to rest, level up, or cook something, you can set up a bonfire. Whispers represents fragments of memory unlocked by your mysterious companion. You can discuss these with him by the campfire. So the thing is, Caradoc didn't kill Arthur.
I should be gone. I should be gone. And yet, here we are. Whatever he tried, it must have failed. Something must have gone wrong. For him. For us, it was a stroke of luck.
Do you know what happened?
I felt him strike. For a moment, there was nothing. No weight, no voice, no self. Just silence. But then, you pulled me back, didn't you? Or have I never left?
Caradoc hates you. He said you don't deserve to return.
Hatred, yes. That much I understood. But why? What did I take from him that he would go so far? He speaks as if he knows me, as if he has seen something I have not. And yet, I reach for it, and there is nothing.
You don't know this, Caradoc?
No. It seems that I should, but I don't. He knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. But to me, he's a stranger. If he was a part of my past, then that past has been taken from me. I need to regain it.
What do you remember?
I don't... Not much. That isn't right. I should remember. I should. All I know is that I left my kingdom strong, prosperous. It should have grown. It must have flourished in my absence.
So we're off to steal Excalibur?
It seems so. If Caradoc is hunting for more pieces of my soul, we should definitely claim them first. When we do, I should grow stronger. I should remember. I should be whole. Let's go then, young one. Let's not waste any more time. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger in my absence. And if something threatens it now, then I will see it restored.
Okay. I do want to continue on the path where I've beat Caradoc. I'm really curious how much will change with him being dead, if anything will change. And I also found a mysterious letter on him. And from what I've gathered, even from some translations, the letter doesn't make any sense. Unless there's something I don't know about it, like maybe it's coded or something.
That man really hated me. That much is clear. But congratulations on standing your ground.
Cool, so the dialogue is slightly different. He attacked me because of you. Do you know why?
No. It seems that I should, but I don't. He knew me, spoke with certainty, with anger. But to me, he's a stranger. If he was a part of my past, then that past has been taken from me. I need to regain it. That pin you took from his body, I remember it. I don't know what it means, but I know it was important somehow. I'm sure it will help us on our journey. Let's go then, young one. Let's not waste any more time. I left my kingdom strong. It should have only grown stronger in my absence. And if something threatens it now, then I will see it restored.
Level up. 1 strength, 1 endurance. Actually 1 endurance and couple of spirituality for now. Skill tree. Where do I begin? I'll get some spell power for now. And some mana. Rest and go.
The sea was restless, waves slamming against the hull as you left the island asylum behind. Caradoc's boat cut through the black waters, its course set for Avalon's shores. Then the deep stirred. A shudder ran through the vessel from neither wind nor tide, but from something far below. A presence, ancient and watching. And then it struck. The boat lurched violently, wood splintering as the sea itself rose in fury. A shadow moved beneath the surface, vast, coiling, inescapable. The next wave swallowed everything. Darkness took you. Salt filled your lungs, and then light. The crash of waves, the cold kiss of wet sand. You were alive. The sea had spared you, but not without a cost.
If you get defeated by Caradoc, he's not here on this beach with you. Wine. You are here alone, either way. Maybe I'll take this sword. What's my carry weight? 77 out of 120. Keeper tag. That's needed for a quest. It's right here. Before I go on a looting spree, I want to go this way. There's something here that's gonna take a lot of my space. Lair of the Beast. And look who it is. Now this statue Gives me archery bonus.
I was wondering when I'd see you again. And here you are.
I killed you. How are you alive?
Well, that is one question I can't answer. And even if I did, you wouldn't believe me. You will see for yourself. Soon enough.
You're gonna attack me again?
No, I don't have an issue with you. And now that I saw the extent of his power, even in his weakened state, I realize it would be pointless to try to free you of him. I'll need something stronger than the blade I carry with me.
Why did you attack me?
You've found yourself in the middle of a mess that's been brewing for 600 years. Every single time things go down the shitter on this island, a bunch of cowards in Camelot bring our once and future king back from the dead. It's happened before. It will happen again. And soon. My journey, my mission, is to stop this from happening.
What do I have to do with all this?
What the Red Priests did to you must have been horrible. And yet, you've gained a unique ability to contain Arthur's powers within you. And what can be contained can be killed. That is why your assistance might be of help on my journey. My goal is to destroy King Arthur, to get rid of him, once and for all. There are pieces of his soul scattered across Avalon. I could use help in finding, collecting, and destroying them. And I see you've found my pin. It's good that you've taken it with you. That's exactly what I wanted to give you back on the beach.
Why?
The plan is to steal Excalibur, or at least what's hiding within that damned blade. A piece of our king is bound to it, and so it needs to be destroyed. The sword is kept in the Horns of the South. It's a fortress, but if someone has this emblem, they can enter freely. But how to reach it, and how to remove the soul from it, well, that's for you to find out. I assume you'd have to come up with a way to survive its power. If it was easy, someone would have already done it. But if there's anyone who could do it, I'd say someone carrying a piece of the king's soul inside has a high chance of success. The only piece of advice I can give is that you need to find Brandon, the captain of the Horns of the South. Back in the day, the Keepers used to perform a ritual, something that allowed them to sustain Excalibur's power for longer than most. This is what you need to learn more about. All I can tell you is that you need to find the captain. Brendan's his name. He'll tell you the rest.
I didn't say I would help you.
You can decide to help me, you can decide to help him. At this point, it doesn't even matter, since we're both after the same thing. I'm sure he wants to regain his power, and I want to destroy every single piece of his soul. Either way, you'll be helping us both. Now, it was nice talking to you, but I can't stay here all day. I'll be keeping a close watch over your journey.
Now, his dialogue is slightly different if you come here without killing him. He can even give you a Menhir statue that increases your life. Pyroclast Core. Charged by dealing fire damage, 0 out of 1000. Summons a burning rain of fire within area for 12 seconds. Whispers. Look at this beast. You get more info about this if you don't kill Caradoc. Questing Beast Egg. Once carried for long enough, it can be hatched by resting near a bonfire. Steps to hatch: 4,986. Weighs 20. You know what? I quickly want to get other Caradoc dialogues when he defeats me in front of this cave. I'll be right back.
Well, it seems that my attempt to get rid of our king failed. You could have told me, and yet you decided to lie.
So that you attack me again?
This again? We've covered this already. I'm out of apologies. Look, I don't blame you. Our king always was a master at manipulation, and he did heal you of the Red Death.
How did you figure out Arthur is with me?
You don't remember? I didn't have to figure anything out. He saved you when the monster attacked us at sea. Arthur, can you hear me, you parasite? I am coming for you.
You get a lot more info if you don't kill Caradoc here. He doesn't remember you.
Oh, I will make him remember.
What are you doing here?
Same thing I always do. Cleaning up the mess our king's actions and decisions left behind in this world. There was a beast down there that needed to be put down. Hideous thing.
How did you survive the storm?
I have my ways. I don't think I have to answer if you didn't grant me the courtesy of telling me the truth.
So what, you're on your way to steal Excalibur now?
No, that's your job. You can decide to help me, you can decide to help him. At this point, it doesn't even matter, since we're both after the same thing. I'm sure he wants to regain his power, and I want to destroy every single piece of his soul. Either way, you'll be helping us both. Now, it was nice talking to you, but I can't stay here all day. I'll be keeping a close watch over your journey.
That's it? I thought you were going to fight me.
No, I don't have an issue with you. And now that I saw the extent of his power, even in his weakened state, I realize it would be pointless to try to free you of him. I'll need something stronger than the blade I carry with me.
You're not gonna help me with Excalibur?
No. You know what to do. You will be doing it, and I have other matters to take care of. But if you want my help, all right? Once again, I can prove I'm not your enemy. You can ask me one question, and I'll answer truthfully. Or I can give you an artifact I found in this cave. It should help you with your continued survival.
I'm gonna ask him, and then I'll take the artifact.
I should have known. Fine. A deal is a deal. Go ahead. I'm all ears.
Who are you?
I think the question you really wanted to ask is who I was. And hundreds of years ago, I used to be a knight of the Round Table. Now, I am a hunter. Hunting what's left of our king, and cleaning up the mess he's made with his life and decisions while I'm at it. That's enough talking. We have things to do, don't we?
Farewell.
We'll meet again.
Okay, I'm quickly gonna ask him other questions to get all the info. How did you survive?
Well, that is one question I can't answer. And even if I did, you wouldn't believe me. You will see for yourself, soon enough. But a deal is a deal. You still have one question.
Why do you hate King Arthur so much?
The Arthur I swore my loyalty to was a man, not a rotting carcass, mindlessly destroying everything in his path, convinced that's what's best for Avalon. He was honorable, brave, and just. Well, at least that's what I thought back then, when I was still young and naive. Now I know that the man I so admired was nothing but a lie. He toyed with nature. He brought ruin to this land. And in the end, he had no courage to let it all go. And that's what needed to be done. That's enough talking. We have things to do, don't we?
Why did you help me escape?
Of all the things you could have asked, it had to be this. Fine. You won't be happy, but I gave you my word. The man who came up with the plan is a master druid named Orin. He's the last surviving student of Merlin himself, and you will definitely meet him when the time's right. Just remember, not many people know he's still alive, and he'd like to keep it that way. That's enough talking. We have things to do, don't we?
How am I supposed to take Excalibur?
Well, that's for you to find out. I assume you'd have to come up with a way to survive its power. If it was easy, someone would have already done it. But if there's anyone who could do it, I'd say someone carrying a piece of the king's soul inside has a high chance of success. The only piece of advice I can give is that you need to find Brandon, the captain of the Horns of the South. Back in the day, the Keepers used to perform a ritual, something that allowed them to sustain Excalibur's power for longer than most. This is what you need to learn more about. That's enough talking. We have things to do, don't we?
Why are the Red Priests torturing people?
They believe it's for the greater good. Stopping the Red Death is their priority, no matter the cost. And of course, they ended up getting obsessed with harnessing the weirdness. You see, history has a nasty habit of repeating itself over and over, while innocent people suffer.
And he just vanishes. Okay, last one. Last one. I'll take the artifact.
Smart choice, although not the one I was expecting. Here, I hope you'll find it useful. We'll meet again.
There we go. Got +5 to health. And you know what? I think I prefer this. The path where you get more info. Artifact. Sure, I don't have his armor, his weapon, but I don't care. I'll get more. The beast. My carry capacity is fine. It's time to hatch that egg. So now I think I'm gonna go there. Slowly. Look at this guy. Swordmaster Ring. What do you do? Attack speed by 2%. Make offering of animal parts. Get 5% incoming healing, 3% critical damage. Give one animal component. I'm gonna give my brain. Novice Ring. Increases mana regen by 1. Those are permanent buffs that you get from that shrine. Blood Lake. Copper.
Oi! Oi! Where do you think you're going? This is my spot. You can, take the other side. Just don't get greedy.
What are you doing here with this statue?
What do you think? It's good material. Be a shame to leave it rotting in the ground. Doesn't hurt that it pays well, if the keepers don't catch you. But they're barely around anyway.
This statue, isn't that King Arthur?
Aye, it is. So what? It's just stone. Not like I'm chopping up the man himself.
Feels a bit disrespectful.
maybe he'd be more respected if his entire bloody kingdom wasn't in a shambles. What kind of king leaves no heir, only to show up now and then, wave his sword and fix nothing? This statue's done more for me and my family than Arthur ever did. Back again, are you? Thought you'd gone off somewhere important.
Have a good day. There's an entrance here, but I won't go there yet. Pray. Got blood transfusion. This stone here allows you to fast travel to other stones like this.
This place is creepy as shite. How much longer do we have to wait to take down that damn noose? 4 days and 4 nights. That's what the arsehole told me. Said it'd bring bad luck if we cut them down too soon. So that they're dead. It's not like they'll get any more dead in 3 days' time.
Off the leash, are we? They must have had their fun with you. Who had you as their plaything? The church? The druids? Some band of cutthroats? But it doesn't matter now that you're free.
Who are you?
I'm Abigail, a knight. I swore my sword to my lady's will, and she kept me close until she had no more use for me. Now, I walk alone, but a shadow never strays too far.
How do you know something happened to me?
You look wretched, and you smell like death. I've seen people like you before. Broken, worn down, dragged through the mud. If you've had enough of it all, I could grant you an honorable death. In a proper duel, you lived like a cur, but you could die like a knight. Wouldn't that be just splendid? Just say the word.
No.
Farewell, Wanderer.
I'm not strong enough. But he's here. One-handed. Okay, it's nighttime. During the nighttime, the weirdness takes an effect. Do you see that guy? So you get to see some different unique enemies during nighttime. It's dangerous to travel. But this town here has a shield that protects it from the weirdness that's outside during nighttime. Your money or your life.
Whoa, what's happening? In the name of the All-Mother, what are you doing? I could have stabbed you. Wait, I haven't seen you before.
No, I could have stabbed you, but I didn't.
Alright, true. Why didn't you, eh? You could have killed me. So you're not one of them bandits, then? Who are you, huh?
Here, I have this pin. I was told I'd find safe haven here in the Horns.
This pin, I can't say I see it very clearly at this present moment, but it does look important. Very official. But I remember Fergus said something about all this, these emblems once. Oh, yes, I remember now. I welcome thee, ye, royal person, on behalf of the keepers. You are a great friend to our home. Welcome. Please, speak with Fergus. He's our quartermaster. He runs things around here in the captain's absence. He'll greet thee properly. Have a pleasant rest of the day. Open it up, boys!
He's dead drunk. Since it's nighttime and NPCs are asleep, I'm gonna wait till morning. Get some spell power. You know what? I'm gonna set a campfire outside. And talk to my boy. That creature Caradoc slew didn't look natural, was it?
That one, I remember. It was a weird beast, born from the nightmare of Pelennor, one of my knights. His family spoke of a legend of the questing beast, a relentless monster that hunted his ancestors without end. He made it his life's mission to slay it, and yet, no such creature existed in the homelands. But when we came here, it appeared before him. Poor Pelennor died the moment he saw it, overcome by terror. It was Palamedes who struck it down. This weird beast looked the same. I can only assume it is a spawn of Pellennor's demise.
Tell me, what the Horns of the South were really like in your time?
Ah, the Horns of the South. The crown jewel of these lands. We had barely laid the foundations of Tintergel when Seawall and his men had already built a lighthouse, eager to guide our ships to them. He always had a competitive spirit. Of course, it helped that he took every sailor from the homelands with him, along with a handful of knights, so they could learn from one another. And thus, the Keepers of the South were formed. I decreed that every sworn keeper would stand as an equal to a Knight of the Round Table. I doubt they still honor that law. But I am glad to see the keepers grown. In my time, there was only a lighthouse and barracks.
Rest. People are out.
Oh, a new face. It's always nice to see someone new here. Welcome. Why didn't I notice you earlier?
You're asking me?
Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking, especially her famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison and fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, fish, and more fish. I can live with all the bullshit that's thrown at us soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie.
Couldn't you make it yourself?
As if it were that easy. I ain't much of a cook. And Rorik, the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses.
I could try if you remember the recipe.
Really? Sure, I remember it well. Here you go.
Mom's finest pie. Cook. I need an egg. This is all stealing.
All mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins. And who might you be? You don't look like one of them.
You seem angry.
Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me.
Am I?
I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already.
Who's Brandon?
You don't know? He's the captain of this entire circus. I thought since they let you in, you must have an in with him. But it turns out you know even less than I do. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything.
Who are you?
Name's Orla. I'm a merchant. Or I try to be, when my business isn't being held hostage by a bunch of idiots who seem to be terrified of women. What was I thinking when I decided to leave Timberwall? Should have stayed there.
Tell me about Timberwall.
You've never been to the merchant capital? Well, you didn't miss much. Yes, it's rich and extravagant, but only if you're rich and extravagant too. Other than that, it's a place like any other. The same pain and misery hiding behind gilded walls. It's not as exciting as people think. Or, well, maybe it is if you like living with a bunch of backstabbing crooks. Yeah, now I remember what I was thinking when I left that place.
Are you on your way back home?
I have no home in Timberwall. Well, we have an estate, but it hasn't felt like home for a long time. I feel like every time I go back, I recognize it less and less. The people are getting greedier and more desperate by the day. Business is slow, I'm not gonna lie. With the weirdness creeping in from the north and bandits everywhere, trade's just not as profitable as it used to be. But, I don't know. Being a merchant from Timberwall used to mean craftiness, taking risks, looking for opportunities. Now they only care about keeping their heads down and preserving their fortunes.
I sense there's a story behind these backstabbing crooks.
Not really. It's more of a requirement if you ever want to be successful in Timberwall. My family is full of them.
You must have some stories from your time on the road.
Oh, love, plenty. And almost none of them happy. I'll never forget the first time we stumbled upon a place after a cloud of the weirdness oozed through. It was a small settlement, just a few houses. There was this odd, bitter taste in the air. The place was completely abandoned. Or so we thought, until we started finding them, one by one. A man who tried to chop off his legs after they started sprouting antlers. Another one who gouged his eyes out so he wouldn't have to look at his child melting into the floor. A woman in the farthest corner of the settlement managed to stab herself in the heart before it got to her. I almost dropped it all and ran back to Timberwall that day. I'm still not sure why I didn't. I guess giving up just isn't in my nature.
Maybe there's something else I can help you with.
You do realize you won't score any points with the Keepers by helping me, right? Those holier-than-thou soldier boys have no idea what it takes to be a merchant in this sorry world. The things we have to do sometimes aren't exactly done according to the rulebook.
I'm interested.
There's a woman from the tribes called Nest. She's my supplier. At least, I think she's still working for me. I haven't heard from her in a while, and she was supposed to bring me some really precious cargo, something the captain wanted me to arrange. You still up for an adventure, hmm?
Any idea where I can find her?
My guess, and it's only a guess, is that at some point she must have been somewhere around the bay. That beach near the Whale's Tooth. Rumor has it that Bromar No-Face and his thugs are fond of that place, which wouldn't be good news for Nest.
Alright, that's all I need.
Good luck. And don't worry, I'll pay. No matter whether she's dead or alive. Just let me know what happened. And bring back the cargo if she still has it.
Sketchbook allows sketching. Woodcutting axe allows woodcutting. Spyglass. Sell. Sell all garbage. Sell from stash. Buy back. No reason to buy back.
Let me guess. Camelot, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from the north? Ah, of course.
You must be from Connacht. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now?
I'm from nowhere. Or what's your point?
Oh, I was just wondering what's going on out there. Here in the south, we have our own affairs. What happens out there in the world? Well, the news doesn't always travel all the way here.
And they should. It's in our common interest.
You know, people are talking about rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The Red Priests are also trying to get something out of it.
And to be honest, it's not gone too bad for them. The Druids are out of the picture already.
Secret coalition, a coup?
Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess.
Maybe. Maybe our captain is even involved. Hell knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course.
Thank you. If it's respectful, thank you. How would I recognize someone from a secret coalition?
That's the case. Those sons of bitches are good at hiding. They kinda blend in and live among us. It's hard to tell if it's hideous magic or some other tricks.
Are you suggesting that someone intentionally caused the plague?
Wait a minute. I'm not suggesting anything here. I'm just thinking out loud.
It doesn't make sense that the plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game.
So what's at stake?
Power over us, of course. Over our bodies and souls. Over Avalon. Over the whole damn course of history.
You know, you don't look that smart either.
You see? It takes one to know one. And that means we're just pawns. Folks like us won't change anything. But we have to talk out loud. It suits them when everyone keeps their mouth shut.
You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up? And us peasants eventually just started to believe in it.
You know, one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else.
You might be right.
You finally get it. It's just a pity that there are so few like us. Well, we just have to keep going, eh? And while we're at it, I have to get back to work. I'm on duty.
Bounty.
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables. I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business.
You're representative of Camelot?
That's correct. My name is Killian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandit problem, and also to encourage the Keepers to fight.
If Camelot knows about bandits, why didn't they send the army?
The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin.
Tell me about situation with tribes.
There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those Pict savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it would end.
What happened with the Druids?
Well, you've probably heard about the Druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it.
They were killed because they were making human sacrifices?
Yep, made human sacrifices, prayed to the dark gods, brought the weirdness back. Bunch of bastards. Good thing they're worm food now.
Were all druids killed?
Most of them. The survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him?
Tell me.
His name was Slaudyarg. He was lurking near Blood Lake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Blood Lake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaughterjag came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons.
A civil war?
I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart.
How many people have been claiming the bounties?
None so far. The keepers don't want to risk being turned into pincushions for a mere 10 gold pieces. Besides, the captain banned them from leaving the Horns of the South without a good reason. Too many bandits and not enough keepers.
Must be boring for you.
Oh, you have no idea. When I heard they were sending me south, to the very place that's crawling with bandits and barbarians from the tribes, I imagined I'd be a little closer to the action, you know? Fighting, gushing blood, screams and such like. I thought the veterans would be showing me their scars and stumps and telling me tales of how they lost their eyes, ears and limbs. Or even better, how they were ripping open throats and bellies. Instead, the only stories I hear are when those fools break their own legs when they get drunk and fall off the walls.
If you like hearing about fighting so much, why aren't you a warrior?
I could be, but many people can swing a sword, but only a few have as sharp and bright a mind as I do. It's just that some people were made for fighting, while others are destined for greater things. Besides, watching and listening gives me enough satisfaction without needing to risk my life.
Blood, scars, and stumps? Those are your fantasies?
Yeah, I've been like this since I was a child. The moment an execution is over, I'm waiting for the next one. And there are quite a lot of them in Camelot. And I like to watch where Mum punished the servants with a whipping. It's just how I am.
What if nobody claims bounties and the bandits roam freely?
Well, Camelot would send a group of knights with Sir Galahad at the head, and he's not interested in half measures. He'd probably burn down half the garrison, or hang them. He's done both. By the way, did you know that people who are hanged rarely die from strangulation? Usually the sudden jolt causes the backbone to snap, which separates the head from the body. A while ago I saw someone hanged in the village, and it's true. One snap, and it's done.
Sir Galahad sounds like a dangerous madman. Or no, I'm gonna choose this one. Sir Galahad sounds like a force to be reckoned with.
No matter what you say about him, he's very efficient. Brutal, even by my standards, but efficient.
The fact about hanging was quite interesting. Do you have any other tidbits?
Oh, sure, plenty. Did you know that apparently if you cut off someone's head, they don't die straight away, but remain conscious for a few moments?
Tell me more.
If someone dies in a damp, closed-off space, sometimes, but very rarely, their body creates a thin layer of wax on the surface of the skin. I heard that a body decomposes in water 4 times faster than on land. I need to think. If I remember anything, I'll let you know. Oh, someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board. Go chop off some heads. Oh, hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Thank you. Garrison? Dungeons? These are steel.
Oi, friend. A question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's good to see a new face in this sad hole.
Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened?
You don't have many visitors?
Oh, not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe?
I just have this pin.
Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you.
You recognize it?
Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you.
You said there's a shit show going down everywhere. What do you mean?
Sometimes I wonder, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. It took a lot of our territory. Then, the Del Rita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows?
The weirdness started spreading near Grubwood?
Yes. That damn forest north of here was already cursed and creepy. But now, I've heard it's an entirely different level of crazy. They say that some men here started going dark up north. With that, the weirdness started moving. And when the weirdness gets here, well, we're fucked. But you know that. Every child has heard the stories.
I just arrived. Tell me more about bandits.
Truth be told, most of them are just people desperate to survive. When the villages started dying out because of the weirdness, hunger, or raids, they lost their livelihoods, ended up with nothing to their names, and nowhere to go. So they banded together and started raiding whatever was left. Then they turned to killing each other. They're like rabid wolves. Too bad they're here now too.
The Dalriata took over the Mother Temple?
That's... I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either.
Anything positive going around here?
I heard that dew fell down the stairs and didn't break a single bone. So that's a start. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
You mentioned you're on lockdown?
Yeah, after we lost 2 squads trying to take back the All-Mother's Temple from the Dalrita, our captain decided that nobody leaves the Horns. Then he shut himself in his office without leaving us any orders. Fergus is trying to keep the lads occupied, but... just look around. Half of the people here are losing their minds. and the rest are losing their wages on drink.
Do you have any work for me?
Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it, and I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around, and now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either.
There must be something I can help you with.
Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I'd pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two. If you're willing to learn, that is.
Teach me.
Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
Corpse Eater armor. This is my stash. Here I can put everything I don't use. I'll put this bow for now. Blood transfusion, I'm not gonna use that. Shoes of the Waning Moon. Increases movement speed multiplier. When your mana is below 25%, increases spell power by 10%. I need 6 spirituality and 6 endurance. I'll put all of this here for now. All the potions, everything. Actually, I'm gonna consume the statue.
If you're here to see the healer, don't bother. He's a quack and a butcher who likes to watch people suffer.
Why do you say that?
I came to him with a toothache, asked him to make me something for the pain, and you know what he did? He said my tooth is rotten, and then sent me to Osbrit to get it pulled out.
Sounds painful. I wouldn't want that either.
That, and I wouldn't trust him anywhere near my mouth. Don't get me wrong, Osbrit's a decent blacksmith, but he's no good with teeth. With one lad, it took him 3 tries before he got the right one. I'll stick to my grandma's potion for toothache. Or I would, if Heber would stop being such a dick and make it for me.
Why can't you make it yourself?
Heber took the recipe from me. And even if I had the recipe, I'm no good at mixing that stuff. Said if I don't know how to make it, I shouldn't have it. And that he doesn't want some questionable homebrew medicine spreading through the keep.
Why doesn't Medic want to make it?
He says it's no good. Says that if I don't get the tooth pulled out, it'll keep hurting. I told him that's why I need the remedy, to make it stop hurting. But it's like talking to a brick wall.
I'll talk to him for you.
You will? Oh, you're a lifesaver. Tooth saver, yeah? No matter.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Odrin let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope.
He was sober.
Huh, that's surprising. But good. Very good. He's been a drunk for as long as I can remember. Keeps saying he'll stop, but he never does. At least not for long. The name's Fergus, and I assume you already know I'm the quartermaster here. Now state your business. And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see.
I got this pin from a friend. I assume you know what it means.
Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns. And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he?
We got shipwrecked on the way, but he could have made it.
If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade, and that leaves only the captain. However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one. Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to. Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
Thank you. Is there anything I can help you with?
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there.
Who's Marg?
He's our huntsman. He keeps us stocked with meat, so the lads don't have to live on fish alone. They get pretty grumpy when that happens. Right now, Marg is the only other person who's allowed to leave the keep. I'm not about to risk the life of our last link to the outside world, especially when you're so eager to lend a hand.
Do you have any idea what might be causing this?
There is a local legend about a dark druid named Slaughter? Slaughter, that was it. He was a necromancer rumored to be able to raise the dead and make them do his bidding. It's quite an old legend, though, so unless he managed to raise himself from the dead, I doubt he's behind this.
Can you tell me more about Cemetery?
It's old. From what I've heard, it even predates the Horns of the South. The keepers and the people from the village below used to bury their dead there, but after the flood, it's been pretty much abandoned.
The flood?
Yeah, damn druids. They flooded a village of innocent people just to show everyone they're still in power. Fat lot of good it did them. I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad we got rid of them. The things they could do were unnatural.
Where is the cemetery?
It's not far, and it's hard to miss. But honestly, I'd suggest you go see Marg first. You don't really know what you're walking into, so if I were you, I'd try to learn as much as possible beforehand.
You didn't send any of your men to investigate?
The captain forbade anyone from leaving the keep, so I couldn't. And truth be told, I didn't particularly want to. We don't get many recruits, and you're, well...
Disposable, capable, free to go. Disposable?
Your words, not mine.
Alright.
Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem.
Ninian is dead. He asked me to bring this to you.
Ninian. I knew the Red Death would take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag?
He wasn't taken by the Red Death. The Red Priests tortured him in the island asylum.
Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Riagan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him...
I was cured by King Arthur, and now I'm immune.
I honestly think your sense of humor is the worst, but I have to respect your unwillingness to share your story. Still, you have to understand, now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
What exactly are you responsible for here?
I'm Captain Brandon's right hand. He deals with the serious matters I don't want to know anything about. I take care of our Arif.
Tell me about this place.
Fine then. This is the keep. Anyone sworn in as a keeper lives here, unless they're no longer fit for service. If that happens, they get transferred to the village. Otherwise, they're not allowed to go there without my express permission. So if you ever see any of my boys down there looking shifty, feel free to report them. You're allowed to walk around the keep and the village, but if anyone catches you stealing, I'll take your hands. If you attack any of my men, I'll take your head. That enough for you?
I talked to Orlaith. Why can't she leave this place?
That's between her and the captain. Were it up to me, she'd be long gone. Her presence here distracts my men.
If you know Audran's a drunk, why do you keep stationing him at the front gate?
He's not our first line of defense. The archers are. Every man here needs to have a job. And no offense to Audran, but let's just say we can afford to lose him.
Having a drunk guard at the front gate is not very good look.
I'm sure the hordes of visitors clamoring at our gates can survive the insult.
So what's the story behind the flooded village near the Horns?
It used to belong to the keep. You could say it was its beating heart. That village was where our lighthouses led the ships, and where the workers lived with their families. Ah, those must have been the days. But then the ships stopped coming, and there were less and less new keepers, and the others left looking for a better life. Until, at last, the sea took most of it.
So you just abandoned it?
What else was there to do? There weren't enough people to live there, and nobody wanted to anyway. Not since the monsters started coming out of the sea. We wiped out most of them, but new ones showed up every now and then. Marg, our hunter, keeps an eye on the place. You can talk to him if you want.
Is there anything interesting left there?
Depends on your idea of interesting. There's a weird statue with a gong, but I'm not sure how much of it is left. Other than that, probably just damp rubble. I don't know, ask Marg. I'm pretty sure he just sits there all day instead of hunting. No wonder we've been eating nothing but fish.
I'm actually here for Excalibur.
Excalibur? You want to pull it out? That's a good one. Well, be my guest. If you think you can, go ahead. But unless you're King Arthur reborn, I wouldn't count on it.
I found this piece of metal with inscription. Do you know what it is?
That's one of our tags. Every soldier gets one when they pledge their loyalty. I just hope the body you took it from was already cold, because killing a keeper would land you in some serious trouble. You know, here's what I'm thinking. If you stumble over any of our fallen keepers out there, bring me their tags. Sure, they all swore to stay here until the bitter end, but they have families who deserve to know what became of them. It's part of my duty, but since I can't send any more beyond these walls, maybe you could lend a hand. I'll pay you for every tag you bring back.
Dead as dreams. I'd like to speak with the captain.
Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon.
Why?
Because I said so. What? Did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there?
Let me see captain or else. This pin should tell you I have friends in high places.
So what?
I can pay. Tell me where he is.
And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pin in my face again? First, show me you care, and then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious. I trust we understand each other?
We do. Clear as day. First the work, then the audience.
Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South. Then we'll talk. If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. It's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Oh, sorry. Do I know you? I'm terrible with faces. Either way, glad to make your acquaintance. I'm Jan Heber, a physician raised in Camelot and trained in the Royal Academy.
That recipe you were just whispering to yourself.
Is some local witchcraft I've been trying to make sense of. I guess I'll find out when I try it.
On yourself?
Experience is the best teacher. Don't worry, I'm not testing anything on the others. Graham the Mad, a great Camelotian physician, used to say that a real doctor would never give his patient something he hadn't tried on himself first. A wise approach, which I follow myself.
Graham the Mad, don't you see the irony?
What irony?
Isn't that dangerous?
The pursuit of knowledge is always dangerous. That's why it's reserved for only the bravest of the brave. It takes true guts to face the unknown, to realize just how little you know, and how insignificant you are to the world.
You could try it on me.
Oh, that was unexpected. Here, take it. What will happen, I have no idea, but please tell me, if you live to find out.
You're not a fan of local remedies?
I was classically trained in the proper art of medicine by the scholars of Camelot. The things they do here, they make no sense. No sense at all. Most of this stuff shouldn't even be effective, yet it seems to work wonders on these simple-minded, tough-bodied people here in the South.
So why do you even study this stuff?
Shipments from Camelot are late, so I'm running low on supplies. If I'm not able to treat them, they'll start complaining. And Fergus doesn't like when people complain, especially when it comes to their health. He truly cares about them, I've got to admit. He doesn't care much about anyone else, though.
You look like you're in dire need of sleep.
I don't dream about anything anymore, so sleep feels like a waste of precious time. Fortunately, back in Camelot, I found a mix of remedies that can keep me awake for a whole week. It was quite popular in our study group.
Care to share the recipe?
Oh no, every physician needs his secrets. But I can sell you some if you promise not to tell any of the higher-ups.
Why wouldn't you want leadership to know?
There are side effects. You won't fall asleep for a while, but the moment you do, well, you'll feel like you died and came back to life, only to die again. So you either take the next dose or endure it. I can endure it because I don't have a post to attend to. But our brave soldiers, well, that'd be risky.
What if I tell someone?
Well, they already trust my word, and I'll be sure to deny everything. Moreover, I'm in the position to raise my prices or to refuse to sell you medicine, whichever suits my mood. I'm honestly quite offended you're even asking.
What exactly are you doing here?
Healing diseases, sometimes cutting people open. Oh, and pulling out teeth seems to be a leading cause of concern for everyone around here. Me pulling teeth in the arse end of the world? My friends back in Camelot would laugh their brains out.
There's a keeper with a toothache complaining that you don't want to help him.
Lanzo knows very well what he must do. I'm sorry, but there's nothing else I can do for him. Either he removes the tooth, or it will keep hurting.
He said something about remedy.
Yes, his grandma's miracle medicine. I honestly don't have time for village superstitions. I had to confiscate the recipe as well, lest he tries making it himself. As if I don't have enough problems already.
Could I have the recipe?
No, I thought I made myself clear. If you want an excuse to drink yourself to oblivion on moonshine, just drink the moonshine. No need to add other potentially dangerous ingredients.
Like what?
Well, to be fair, the base recipe is pretty harmless. But what if someone decides that if they don't have carnation, it's perfectly fine to substitute it with devil's snare, since the color is more or less the same? Or sage with wolfsbane, because, you know, leaves are leaves. I'm sorry, but unfortunately I know these people well enough not to trust them with something like this.
So if I combine moonshine, carnation, and sage, I'll get a remedy?
What? How do you... You know what? Fine. Do whatever you want. But if it causes you to shit yourself for 3 days straight, don't come running to me.
Is there something I can help you with?
Why would you, though? Don't you have better things to do?
Not at the moment.
Well, if you're not in the mood for sharing, then I won't ask. You might have more success getting people to trust you with their personal matters if you were a little bit more forthcoming, you know?
I'm trying to get in Quartermaster's good books.
Aha, got it. So you're up for work not out of the goodness of your heart, but for your own selfish plans.
That would be a good summary.
Understood. It's a good reason. Well, I'd say it's better than most. But all right, if you're a mercenary, then I do have a job for someone who'd be willing to risk their life in exchange for material goods.
I need the details.
Back at the academy, I found an ancient scroll written by the Druids. Forbidden knowledge, especially now after the mob forced them all into a wicker man and burned every last one of them to ash. I finally deciphered it a little while ago. It describes a ritual that needs to be performed at night within a stone circle. And guess what? There's one in the nearby forest. I guess you already know what I need you to do, hmm?
What's the purpose of this ritual?
That is an excellent question. But I don't know. From what I've been able to decipher, it's a summoning spell to bring something or someone to our world. That being will share its great knowledge with the one brave enough to summon it. I need you to remember what it says and repeat it to me after you're back, word for word.
Why don't you do it yourself?
Isn't it obvious? I'm the only medic they have here at the Horns. I'd like to see Fergus's face if he hears about me going out there.
A mob burned all the druids in a wicker man?
And here I am, thinking that everyone's already heard about the Charred Conclave. Well, it wasn't the proudest moment in our history, that's for sure. You truly don't know. At some point, the villagers all around the island decided that the druids were responsible for the Red Death, and all other ailments of our times. They rounded them all up in a massive wicker man north of the Forlorn Swords, and burned them all to ashes. Hundreds of years of knowledge gone within the blink of an eye. But, well, that's what's bound to happen when you stop paying for people's education and invest in keeping the elites fed instead.
Alright, let's do it. Isn't your fascination with druids illegal?
In Camelot, maybe, but this far south? Nobody cares. I've spent my entire life digging through scrolls and books in pursuit of their knowledge. I've been reading about their rites and the descriptions of their rituals. Look, I'm sure they were onto something. They knew much more than we do, but it feels like there's a veil wrapped tightly around that knowledge. It's like I need to find the right spell, the right ritual, something that will unwrap it for me.
Venom Flick. Projectile. Shoots a small poison projectile. Shoots a larger poison glob, dealing damage in a small area. Flicker Bolt. Small lightning shock. Hailstone. Shoots a chilling projectile. I believe these are new. I don't remember them from the last time when I played. Toothache Remedy. And it's even better one. That guy's lucky.
Ah, you're back! How's the remedy?
Here you go.
Thank you! Ah, I'll finally be able to eat something. Here, take this as my thanks for your help.
I got Menhir statue. Look at that, now I can just take stuff.
My way.
Requires woodcutting axe. Jail.
Just another peaceful moment.
Blessings upon you, stranger. May the word always resonate within your soul.
Thank you, I've already been blessed with tongues, pincers, fire.
What do you mean, my child?
You're a red priest. I think you have a pretty good idea what I mean.
I'm afraid you are attributing too many characteristics to me based solely on the clothes I wear. The Horns of the South are my home. My mission is to spread the word. The word is good. I'm afraid that I simply cannot believe your blasphemous words without proof.
Here's your proof. Is this enough? Letter to the Prior.
Father Leon. I knew him in my youth. He was my mentor, a truly devoted servant of the Prophet. Back then, he was already showing signs of being overly devoted, let's call it. He followed the word and the word alone, which might seem commendable, but it doesn't necessarily make for easy, everyday communication between brothers. He answered questions with quotes. Can you imagine? We never knew whether his faith was truly that strong, or if he was just mocking us. So, this letter, well, it doesn't prove much. It's true that it's written in a normal way, and not using quotes, but the seal matches, and the handwriting too, so I dare not question its authenticity. I dare say, however, that Father Leon's devotion might have turned into madness. Why shouldn't it?
What do you think of the weirdness?
It's a sickness, a corruption, but also a mystery. Many of my brothers would call it a curse, a stain upon Avalon that must be purged. And yet, I wonder, did Kai not teach us that all things have a purpose? That even suffering carries wisdom? The weirdness twists and warps, yes. It consumes and it takes. But it also gives. Life grows in its wake. Strange and terrible, but life all the same. If we are to fight it, we must first understand it. And that is what frightens the Church most of all. Understanding.
Are the Horns prepared to fight the weirdness?
As prepared as any men can be against something they barely understand. Swords and fire will hold back beasts, but what of the creeping rot that twists flesh and mind alike? But there is one thing. The Excalibur they keep here. It has not been wielded in an age, yet the weird does not creep near it.
How come?
Well, even as it rests upon its pedestal, the air around it remains untouched. The tendrils of corruption that strangle stone and steel refuse to claim it. The Keepers may not see it for what it is, but I do. There is power in that blade. Something ancient, something beyond the Church's teachings. And if it truly holds back the weirdness, then perhaps it was never meant for men alone.
So you feel safe here?
Safe? No. But safer than most, I suppose. But tell me, what is safety, truly? A stronghold? A weapon? A prayer? I've seen men with all three fall just the same. So no, I do not feel safe. But I do feel watched. And sometimes that is enough. Certainly. Kai's blessings know no bounds, but sometimes it's useful to seal them in a handy flask.
Mother's Embrace. Heals you instantly, and then slowly heals you over time. Prolonged channeling increases healing by up to 200% over 4 seconds. Impenetrable shield. Creates a magical shield fully negating the next receiving damage for 120
May
seconds.
Kai's word always guide you. In the word, you will find solace.
What do you need? This is a prison, not a museum. We don't admire here. We punish. At least, that's what they tell me to say. I'm supposed to be intimidating. Grrr. So the prisoners are scared of me. Off you go then.
You absolutely do admire here. What is this on your wall, sir? Huh?
Hello. Anything I can not help you with?
Got anyone interesting here?
Usually, it's nothing but interesting folks. I'm telling you, in these crazy times, every one of them comes in with some wild tale. But right now, quiet as can be. Good thing I've got my books. All my adventures are in there these days.
For a prison guard, you seem pretty content.
Because I am. I asked for this post. Just to get some peace, quiet, and warmth. No useless small talk. No shrieking seagulls. And none of that cursed biting wind. I'm telling you, it's heaven. And I get to read my books too. So if you've got anything interesting, I'd be glad to trade.
Cut off hand as a weapon. Wood cutting axe. Increases sneak damage by 10%. Smuggler's dagger. Grants 10 gold after killing an enemy. I'll buy that axe.
Who are you? What do you want? I don't recognize your face.
Are you a keeper? Why are you in the cell?
I am. They told me it's for my safety and the safety of others. I don't like it. The keep is supposed to be my home. And yet here I am, locked in a damn jail.
What happened?
That cursed madman from the refugee group bit me. I think his name is Cole. The boys told me he's locked up in a cage now. Good. That's the proper place for animals like him. By the All-Mother, if I'd known he was carrying some foul disease, I wouldn't have gone near them.
Why did he bite you?
He's just mad. I told the others the group of refugees would bring no good here. And as you can see, I wasn't wrong. Cursed bastards.
How would you describe what's happening to you?
Damned if I know. Whenever I've had a fever or cold before, I could always explain it. But this, I can't find the words. Sometimes it feels like I'm fading away. Like the part of me that makes me who I am is disappearing. I don't know how to describe it. And there's a voice at times. It calls to me. Each night it draws nearer.
What is this voice?
Like a dreadful howl. Not at all human, that's for sure. At times, I hear our words within it. But more often, it's like a noise from deep within the bowels of the earth. Like something very wicked.
Can I help you?
The medic and that red priest both came to see me. Both shrugged, offering no cure. Heber says I should wait. But if you've got anything stronger to drink, I wouldn't say no. It might ease the pain, even just for a little.
Here. Whiskey.
Thanks. That's really nice of you. Hold fast and steer clear of those strangers.
Yoink.
You lost, or what? You all right, newbie? Have you been to see the refugees? I can't believe poor Cole was put in a cage.
Who's Cole?
Hey, what a mess. Cole came to us with a group of refugees from some nearby villages. They were looking for shelter from, well, everything that's been happening here. Bandits, the weirdness, the Del Reader, hunger. I was happy Fergus let them in and allowed them to stay. You'll meet them in the village. They live in the buildings up high. Not long ago, though, Cole started acting very strange, erratic, sometimes even aggressive. One of our keepers, old Mahon, tried to calm him down. He might have used too much force, and Cole felt compelled to defend himself. He bit old Mahon. And since then, the old fool has been lying in the infirmary. Frankly, I think Mahon brought it on himself. They shouldn't have put that poor man in a cage. Wait, if you ever meet Patrice, please give her those flowers. I know it's not much, but I'd like her to know she's not alone. I support her and the other refugees. And I'm sure there are more of us who do.
Good to see you again. The pledge today was very interesting, wasn't it? The certainty in Quartermaster Aymer's voice. Beautiful. Makes one eager to start work.
I'm almost certain you meant fear gas.
Huh? Ah, yes, of course. So, what do you need this time? The pass again? Are we planning a trip to the Stale Lamb? Hey, not this time, my friend. I've run out of ink. I'm waiting for a delivery. Steward Orla will let me know when more arrives. In the meantime, I need to ask you for a favor. So, you in? For the sake of our long friendship?
Steward Orlaith? I'm pretty sure she doesn't hold that position here.
Orla? I'm sure I'm not mistaken. Anyway, about that favor I asked of you.
Stale lamb? What are you talking about?
I guess you still haven't sobered up, huh? The Stale Lamb. You know, the tavern in the village below the keep. It's run by Ron. Truly a great place. I hope they're not planning to close it down. Oh, they wouldn't do that, right?
What pass?
Just as we agreed. I appreciate that you remember. Holding one's tongue is the key to success. Keep it up.
What do you need?
You do know it needs to stay between us. Do you understand? Say you understand.
I understand.
Fantastic. So, here's the thing. On a recent night out at Ron's, it seems I may have left some sensitive documents at the bar. Documents, with Captain Fergus' seal. But not necessarily sealed by him. You know what I mean. I can't really go there right now. Could you get them back for me? I'm sure it won't be too much of a problem.
Sure, I'll do it.
Splendid! When you have the documents, meet me at the third crowing of the rooster. Or just find me. I'll be around.
Now I can chop some wood. Gonna need this for a quest.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
There's the sword.
Welcome to the Museum of the Horns of the South, the southernmost keep under Camelot's jurisdiction. My name is Ridderick, and I will be happy to introduce you to the rich history of this fascinating place. A history that began 623 years ago with the first keeper, Sewell Firstfoot. I'd also like to bring your attention to our numerous exhibits that are, as I like to say, inanimate witnesses of the history of the Horns of the South.
Tell me about the museum.
It began in the year 542. It is the crowning achievement of a group of keepers who were fascinated with Sewell Firstfoot. It took them years of tremendous effort to finally open an institution devoted to research and education, worthy of commemorating Sewell's great legacy. The first keeper of the museum was Gladwin Flanagan, who was personally appointed by Captain Berach the Black.
Sewell? I think I heard about him.
I don't doubt it. Since Sewell Firstfoot was a remarkable figure, well known to every keeper, drawing on available sources, we can claim with almost absolute certainty that Sewell Firstfoot was the first man who ever set foot on the island of Avalon. As you can probably guess, that's where his moniker, Firstfoot, comes from.
But that was just the first of his many great deeds?
Oh, of course. Sewell was an outstanding commander whose strategic mind, bravery, and charisma contributed to our capture of the South from the Four Dwellers. He was also the founder of the Horns of the South, so I can say with absolute conviction that if it were not for Sewell Firstfoot, we wouldn't even be standing here having this conversation.
Exhibits? What do you have here?
The museum holds a collection of 72 items of the so-called movable, tangible heritage. The collection includes big and small items that represent the world surrounding the keepers of the Horns of the South from the 1st to the 6th century of the Avalonian era. Here you will find militaria, craft tools, everyday objects, furniture, textiles, coins, religious artifacts.
Interesting, and which exhibits are the most remarkable?
I'd say all exhibits are worthy of your attention, but I could point you to the ones I personally think to be the most notable, or subjectively, of course, the most interesting. Those would be the items that used to belong to Sewell Firstfoot. We have his signal horn, and also his boots. Those boots were the first to touch Avalonian soil. What is also worth mentioning is the tableware used by King Arthur himself during his visit to the Horns of the South in the 15th year of the Avalonian era.
You have Sewell's authentic boots. Can you tell me more about them?
Yes, it's remarkable, isn't it? You can find them in the central display. Sewell's boots were sewn from 3 pieces of tanned calfskin, tied at the top with a leather strap. The seam goes through the middle of the instep, which is decorated with ornamental embroidery. On the outer side of each shoe, you can find a decorative brass buckle with the motif of the Camelotian bear. It is notable that even after 600 years, they are still excellently preserved, which is unusual considering the high humidity in this area. It means that even the keepers of that time must have realized the historical value of Sewell's boots, and therefore made sure to adequately preserve them.
That signal horn sounds interesting.
It is indeed an interesting exhibit. The horn was used by Sewell during wartime, not only for signaling, but also for intimidation. It is 50 centimeters long and made of the horn of an ox. It is the color of yellowed bone, with some ash-gray discoloration on the narrow end. It has a brass mouthpiece and silver fittings on its wider side and at the middle. The shape of the fittings suggests that the horn was hanging on a leather strap, which unfortunately has not survived to this day.
Tell me about King Arthur's tableware.
It's a memento of the visit of the legendary ruler of Avalon. Impressive, isn't it? The tableware is made of tin coated with silver. It consists of a plate, a bowl, and a chalice. The edges are decorated with the motifs of Camelot, a crown and a bear. However, those ornaments are of visibly low quality. That detail, and the fact that those are the only wares from that time that have survived to this day, leads us to conclude that this set was cast specifically for that occasion, and that it was finished by a person unfamiliar with this kind of craft, perhaps a blacksmith or an armorer.
I want to ask about something else. King Arthur and his people must have arrived here on ships. What happened to them?
Oh, truly? I never expected to hear such a naive question. What do they teach you in those rural schools? Likely nothing, which would explain why Avalon is in such a deplorable state. But you are fortunate, for I never refuse access to knowledge to those who wish to expand it. Sarras, the flagship of King Arthur's fleet, was an exceptionally impressive construction of oak and ash wood. Unfortunately, it fell victim to rebels. A group of unfortunate individuals, misled by the empty promises of Merlin's apprentice Nimue, dared to seize Sarras, and several smaller vessels also, in a clumsy attempt to return to the homelands. All of this in the midst of wartime turmoil on the eve of victory. Naturally, such treason could not go unpunished. King Arthur ordered Merlin to summon a terrible storm that dragged the rebels to the bottom of the sea. He did so to prevent anyone else from following in their footsteps. He wisely believed that returning to their homelands amounted to little more than a romanticized form of extended suicide. Honor and glory to King Arthur for that decision. Had more people followed the rebels' example, Avalon would not have retained enough population to maintain stability and form a functioning society.
It's been great listening to you. Can you tell me something more?
Really? Do you mean it? Thank you. That's really nice to hear. I'm not used to positive feedback. Usually people only come here when they've had too much to drink and decided that it'd be fun to come over and start mocking me, or touching the exhibits with their greasy fingers. The last person who seemed to actually be interested in the museum was Lady Elaine. We talked a bit about Captain Lex and the trip that ended tragically in the year 513. It was described in The Last Voyage of the Andraste. An interesting read, although I'd say it should be classified as fiction. Lady Elaine thought differently. Apparently she's looking for the wreck of the Andraste. Can you believe that?
Sounds interesting. Maybe I should meet her.
Definitely. Personally, I believe that people gifted with curious minds should share their observations, for there's always a chance it will result in new developments. You should find Lady Elaine in the tavern, or somewhere close to it. Good luck.
Oh my.
think I don't see ya?